Hello, everyone, and welcome tonight to this LifeVantage opportunity meeting, and also really focusing on two of my favorite products, the Healthy Glow Stack. We're going to hear what this beautiful stack does, the Protandem and the liquid collagen. But also you're going to learn a little bit about LifeVantage and just who we are and our flagship product and why we are just crazy passionate about sharing this with the world to really help the world become healthier. And I think my name is Marisa Maggio-Harelson. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. I've been with LifeVantage for 13 years. I can't even believe it. And I just thank God every day that I was introduced to this. Seriously, I am grateful when I go to bed. I am grateful when I wake up in the morning. It is part of my gratitudes because this business not only has changed our life and our health in so many beautiful ways, but also this opportunity has just really created a lovely life, and I get to meet so many beautiful people. So thank you for being on tonight. Thank the person that invited you, whether you're on the live or you are seeing the recording. A little bit about me, I'll share a little bit about my story. I'll share a little bit about the product story, just highlighting mostly Protandem and our Healthy Glow Stack with our dear friend Desi Fine, who's going to share what happened with her in just 3 months. Her story is wonderful. I was introduced to this by a yoga student and yoga teacher, and truly it has just been life-changing, and it came at a time in my life that couldn't have been even better, could have been better timing. I'm a mom of a 25-year-old daughter and a 23-year-old son. He just graduated from college, and I'm definitely going to be an empty nester here. So I'm going to get right to who we are, LifeVantage. We are an activation wellness company. What does that mean? Well, you've heard about supplementation, right? Supplementation you take when your body is missing something. But what if you knew of products that could actually, with the science behind it, actually flip back on those genes, your genetics and your DNA, to reboot those genes to make you feel better and hopefully live longer, but to decrease that cellular damage caused by aging. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of our products. We have a whole slew of products, but I'm going to focus completely on tonight the Protandem NRF2 activator and the True Science liquid collagen. But please know that we have more products. We have cellular activation products for the mitochondria, for NAD, that is about getting rid of all that gunk in our cells that we accumulate. We have this same activation technology for our skin, for our hair, for our gut, for our brain, micronutrients. We have everything to make you feel better and live life with more vitality. So who is LifeVantage? How did we get started? Well, we were a biotech company out of the University of Colorado in Denver many years ago. There's 50 years of research in Protandem, this NRF2 activator, that you'll learn a little bit more about what that is. So the science goes way back in the 1960s, but this little yellow pill was actually investigated by John Quinones of ABC's Primetime, wanting to know if this little yellow pill did what it said it was going to do. And so it did. And you can see what's going to happen, because I'm actually going to play the ABC Primetime for you tonight, because a lot of people haven't seen it. And what happens to his blood work is absolutely extraordinary. Please pay attention. When I saw this video, this news report, and coming from, I'm a former television news reporter. I worked in journalism, television news for almost 20 years. And when I saw that John Quinones, 11-time Emmy Award winning reporter, did this report, and it was a lead story in 2005, I was blown away. And I couldn't get this pill in my body fast enough. So let's take a look. We're going to go back in time to this investigative report. Please pay attention, because I might have a little quiz for you after. But know that today, this product is available to you, and it's changing people's lives on so many levels. And our company LifeVantage is publicly traded and debt-free, and there's so much research behind this little yellow pill. So pay attention.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment. For me, it begins with a blood test.
It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company.
They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing. The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells.
So, doctor, how often do I take these?
And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment. It's called Protandim, and tests have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us. Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age, but taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old. So just what's in this seemingly incredible pill? Well, actually, its roots are very humble. Protandim is a combination of 5 plant ingredients. Some you may know: green tea or turmeric, a spice used in Indian cooking. Others, Withania somnifera and Silybum marianum, are more exotic. High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma, all of these, strokes, heart attacks.
Even mental disease.
Yes,
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression.
But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically. Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after. Have we turned back the clock? Maybe not on the outside, but deep inside within my cells. Yes, indeed.
We do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old and find out that I should have taken it.
The company that makes Protandim says its tests show the pill, made from ingredients used for centuries, is absolutely safe. For more, go to our website at abcnews.com.
And people did. There were $5 million of orders in just 2 weeks, and the company's stock went from $1 to $20 a share overnight. But quickly went down because they didn't have a manufacturing plant. These were scientists in a lab. They didn't have a sales team. So the story is pretty remarkable on how you're hearing it now, because this product went retail for 3 years, and basically the company was going bankrupt. Shareholders were upset. They knew they had something amazing here, but they didn't know how to get it out to the masses. So that's why you're hearing about it from us, and we'll talk a little bit more about that in a moment. Protandim is an NRF2 activator. It's activating a protein in our DNA that's responsible for cellular repair, reducing that oxidative stress 40% on average in 30 days, up to 70% the longer you're on it. And it's basically ringing an alarm bell, telling your survival genes to turn back on and turn down those bad genes that are causing the issues. And there are 30 clinical peer-reviewed published studies on the National Institutes of Health Medical Library. I'll show you in just a moment. But what is oxidative stress? Because a lot of people don't know it. You might have heard the words free radicals. It's the same thing. So it's like a Pac-Man eating at the cell. And it's a molecule that goes astray because of toxicity, such as the chemicals from the Industrial Revolution. We have over 80,000 introduced in the 80,000 chemicals since the Industrial Revolution. Bad diets, the foods we eat, the jet fuel in the airplane, the benzene and the gasoline. You can see on the screen, there's many factors that cause that oxidative stress. It's part of life. If we breathe, we have it, and it affects every organ system in the body. When you go to pubmed.gov and you type in, let's say you're concerned about stroke, type in oxidative stress and stroke, and you are going to find studies on that. It affects every organ system in the body. What if you knew of something scientifically proven that was natural that could reduce that oxidative stress? Would you want to know about it? That's what we have here. It is a game-changing breakthrough technology. And there are research institutions like Harvard. Have you heard of Harvard before? American Heart Association, Johns Hopkins, National Institute on Aging did a 10-year federally funded study to see if mice lived longer, and it equated to 5 more human years. The studies are on pubmed.gov. Type in Protandim and you will see them. And that's why we have so many scientists and doctors and wellness experts involved with LifeVantage. I mentioned briefly at the top, we have 2 other cellular activators. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritties of them, but just know they're really important because we're all about cleaning up the cells. It's about cellular health. But now I want to talk about, I think these are my 2 favorite products. I take everything that LifeVantage makes, but the Healthy Glow Stack, this is true science liquid collagen, and it is truly a breakthrough in collagen. It is activating, it's turning back on your own production of collagen. And if you didn't know a lot about collagen, well, just know that it's the glue that holds your entire body together. It's not just the outside beauty that we care about, the skin, hair, and nails, but it's really about your bones and your joints and your organs and your muscles and your tissues and your brain and your gut. It is responsible for all of that. It goes way skin deep. So we have the world's first activating liquid collagen, and it's hydrolyzed, just broken down with water. So it's actually turning back on your collagen genes. It's turning down the ones that cause the breakdown. It's also replenishing your collagen and maintaining. The ruby red quinoa extract in this is the activator that actually goes into the cell and tells your cell to start turning back on your own production of collagen. Over a lifetime, we lose about 50% of our collagen. We start losing it at around age 25, between the ages of 25 and 30, about 1% every year. So this is turning down the main gene that causes the breakdown. Hello, I'm taking this forever. All right, and here you can see the yellow is the collagen density. In just 8 weeks, that's maintaining, replenishing, and activating that collagen density. It's absolutely remarkable. And when you take the Protandim with the collagen, there's another synergy, and there's studies on this and patent pending on this that increases your collagen density by 100%. I love the fact that it's marine peptides, and it's 10. It's not 1 or 3 like most collagens out there. It's 10 marine peptides, and they're really important. We can show you what those particular peptides are and what they're responsible for, but it's bones and joints and skin and hair and nails. There's also citrus berry extract in it, which really slows down the breakdown of your existing collagen. And what I love, what they found is when you take the 2 of them together, it's also helping support your immune system by reducing fibroblast cells from signaling out of control. And you don't have to be a doctor to know what all of that is, but these cells are throughout your entire body. And so when they found out those results in that study, our science advisory board was basically in tears. They couldn't believe it, because this is actually helping support your immune system. So I'm not going to make you look at every single one of these pictures, but we have thousands and thousands of pictures of people who have benefited inside and outside beauty, from, we're talking scarring to age spots to, of course, hair wrinkles and better hair, better skin. You can see here on this beautiful picture here, I mean, this is amazing. Bob Wagner, I can't even believe the difference in his skin. And this woman here on the right, also, this is Betty, and she's remarkable. And I actually just saw her at a convention, and her story is, it's really beautiful to see what is happening, because inflammation also gets reduced when you are taking these products. So stretch marks can get better. Look at the wrinkles. It's just absolutely glowing skin, more hydrated skin. And I have somebody else that's going to be sharing a little bit more about what the beautiful protandem and collagen has done for her health. And that's my dear friend Desi Find, who is also an esthetician. She's also a sound healer. She's an entrepreneur. She makes all kinds of oils and potions and lotions, and she's just a lovely, lovely human that I've gotten to meet, and shared this with her because Desi suffers from certain autoimmune issues, and also some vitiligo. And we were just talking when I met her, she didn't have a lot of energy. So Desi, share a little bit about what the Healthy Glow Stack, the Protandim, and the True Science Liquid Collagen, which also is not a powder, which is also a good thing, is doing for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much for that beautiful intro, and really just so grateful for LifeVantage and the products. I have to say, like, I stand behind them, 100% believer, and I really think that like the science behind it can help everybody. And so what it's done for me is, so I have Hashimoto's, so I have a couple of autoimmune conditions like Marisa had mentioned, and then I also have vitiligo.
And we're not
And
supposed to say disease names, but that's okay. Our
okay,
products do not cure, treat, or
oh,
mitigate.
okay, so sorry. So autoimmune conditions, and with autoimmune, if anybody has ever experienced autoimmune, it's like a lot of brain fog, chronic fatigue is typically one of the number one symptoms that you feel all the time because you're constantly feeling sluggish, even at your highest peaks, even on the days that you get the 8 hours of sleep and all of this stuff. And so I had been living with this. I got diagnosed, I believe, right before 2020. So in like 2019, I've been living with this for a while and was really looking and searching for something, one that was natural and two that would actually work. And so so grateful that I met Marisa. She introduced me to LifeVantage. I started taking the products, and I would say like I started with the Healthy Glow Stack, which is my all-time favorite. And once I saw the science behind it, I was absolutely like, sign me up. Where's the line? Like, I want to go in. And, and at the very beginning, it was like, I really took that leap of like wanting to really take care of my health and really invest by investing in really good products like these. And within the first 30 days, I started noticing more energy, sleeping better, less brain fog, all of the things. And I was kind of like, oh, I start getting compliments. Now I'm like over the 30 days and I'm within the 90-day range, and I'm getting compliments on my skin. People telling me my energy is glowing. I'm starting to see a physical difference within my skin and just overall the way that I feel. And by the 3-month mark, I was like, I've had more energy than I had for years, better mind clarity, mental clarity. I can remember, and my capacity to hold things. So, like, I don't know, people with autoimmune, it's really difficult for me to handle very stressful situations. And so, just my wherewithal, I can have like hold more stress. I can do more things. I have more energy. I have more of the clarity. I have more of the focus, and I haven't really felt this good in such a long time. And that was really where I was like, I want to start sharing with everyone and start telling everyone about this and how it's truly changed, because this has changed my life. Like, this has literally changed my life, taking these two products. And not only that, I mean, it's led to me sharing with my family and all of the things, and just seeing the opportunity as well. What a beautiful vision, and everything that you want in your life you can have through this business opportunity as well, and to really help people and support them along their health journey. Like, who doesn't want to be a part of that? And that was why I really wanted to be all in and really start to become part of the LV family. So I'm really grateful, forever grateful for just the results that I've had. I've been on it right now since for 5 months. I'm starting to add a little other activators into my routine, and I can't be more thrilled, and I can't stop sharing. I mean, I tell my clients, I tell my friends, it's a game changer. And if you you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend, not just for like the anti-aging aspects, but just for the overall health, for like health and wellness with the stress. And so, yeah, it's been really amazing for me. And I mean, if you just look through all of the different testimonials, it was like just one after another touching story. And it just, yeah, it just really just opens your eyes to what phenomenal products that these are and that we have access to them. And so I'm so grateful.
It's such a gift. Thank you. Thank you. That everybody is in the chat is like, "Oh my gosh, we are so happy for you." There's nothing better than when you're feeling better, right? Our health is everything. It is when you don't have your health, it's the number one problem, but it should also be the number one, like the attention that we give it each and every day is just nurturing our health. And these products, I mean, they are absolute game changers. So thank you, Desi, for sharing that. And, you know, she was not interested in doing the business at all. But what happened is, how could she not share when people are starting to feel better? And when she started feeling better, she couldn't believe it. She's like, Marisa, and she had already gone on the website and read all about our products. Like she knew so much, I didn't have to say anything to her. So I was like, well, have you thought about sharing this? She's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So we just got back from our global convention and she said, Marisa, I'm not the same person that went there, right, Desi? So you were like, I am not the same.
Yes, I was not the same person going into global as the woman that I walked out, and I still hold that vision even on the days where it's maybe like been crazy hectic and it's kind of hard to see that vision. I just literally just start going back to like the pictures, the videos, go back in my mind of like that feeling, and literally it just like brightens that spark up within me. And it's like, how can you not share? How can you keep it to yourself when it's so good? And it truly has done such a wonderful change, positive change in my life. And I want that for everyone and for everyone to experience that.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Yes, and that's why we are wanting the world to be activated, right? Like, let's activate the system so we don't have to medicate symptoms. That's what I like to say. So we are the activation nation. We're going to share a little bit about the business part of it. Our CEO, Steve Fife, has incredible visionary leadership. He has helped develop a comp plan that it's superior in this industry of network marketing. And we became a network marketing company. This was a biotech company, remember, and this product went retail and it didn't work. But when they put it in the hands of people to people and they watched that ABC News report, our sales shot up by over 300%. And in just like 6 months of just people sharing people to people. So when you love something, you share it with people. We're publicly traded. We rang the closing bell on Wall Street a couple of times. We've been written up in prestigious news magazines and Forbes magazine for best spot for a stock to buy. So we're highly recognized. Aaron Brockovich served on our board of directors for 5 years. And what company, network marketing company, do you know that offers health insurance? That's a game changer in itself. We have a legacy program that gives back to charities. We've built homes in Mexico. We do backpacks for education, food, all kinds of things. It's a movement. This business is not just a business. It is actually a movement and a mission of people that are united together to really evolve life and to be the best versions of ourselves. And it's just been amazing. So this comp plan is called Evolve, and it helps those that, let's say, aren't necessarily team leaders. They don't want to build a team, but maybe they do want to share it with people. Well, you can earn up to 30% commission on every customer when you become a diamond seller. We have different tiers of customer sales bonuses that we can share with you. I'm just going to give you a quick overview of our comp plan. But when you share the product, you get paid for it. And then there's going to be people like Desi that all of a sudden go, oh, I'm going to share it. And then she's going to start sharing it with other people, and we'll build and grow a team and lead a movement. So here's just some pictures, like, why would anybody want to do this? Well, if you don't have a plan B, if you're just working for someone, what is your plan B if something happens to that job, right? So this is actually a tax deductible business. Just from a tax aspect, it's a very smart move to have a secondary source of income. and to know that we're publicly traded and we have a lot of fun, and you get to travel the world and you can work from anywhere. And if you have a phone, you can do this business anywhere if you have internet. We get to travel. Many of us just got back from South Africa. Many of us are going to Alaska. I can't wait. That's going to be so fun. And my sister, who's on this call, is also going to be going there. And then when you hit a certain level in our company, they fly you to Utah and they pour into you over a weekend called the Growth Summit, because they see that you're truly going to be a top leader in this company and they want to invest in you, and they do. So here's some examples. Let's say, okay, I don't know that I'm going to be able to do the business, but I do want to get my mom, my sisters, and other friends on it. So let's say you get 7 friends on the Healthy Glow Stack and maybe something else, another product. Say that's 152 sales volume. It's not dollar for point, but close. And you're earning about $275 a month. That's going to pay for basically your products. Maybe that's all people get into the business for. So you can do this to make a little money, or you can make full-time money or life-changing. It's whatever you want. We just show you the path for each one of those. If you wanted to make a little bit more than just $275 a month, you want to get over that $1,000 mark, then have 27 friends in your organization on our products. If you decide to do that and then one of your friends does the same thing, then guess what? You're making a little bit extra. What is extra $22,000 a year? But if you have a friend and another friend that starts doing it, you start duplicating. You start having a system of duplication, and then this is one of the many ways we pay. This is just for people who are, let's say, influencers. They like to build on social media, and they're just getting customer base. They're not necessarily building a team. So when you're a new consultant, you've got a 90-day period where you can actually earn lots of bonuses, extra bonus money. And I'm not going to get into all the nitty-gritty details of it, but it's very, very generous, and it's really helping those that are brand new. We also, as you start growing a team, you're going to get paid on multiple levels. As you bring people in and your organization grows, you get paid deeper and deeper into that organization, which also includes, as you become a more seasoned leader, you're going to get leadership matching bonuses, and also you will get part, when you become an executive leader, you will take part in global revenue sharing. And that's a game changer right there. That one way of the 8 or 9 different ways we pay is a game changer, because they take 4% of the global revenue and they put it in a pool and they divide it among the executives. And it's very generous, I can tell you that. So here you might be able to see this earnings income disclosure statement. It is on our website under resources down at the bottom. And what you can see right there is, maybe our foundation rank is called Senior Consultant 1. And that is about 300, a little over 300. Is that right? No, I think it was 600. No, 300, yeah, a little over 300. I think I sat on my glasses, or my knee did. So now they're crooked, so now I'm looking like that. But anyway, have fun, make money, make a difference, right? All right, so 316, if you're a Senior Consultant 1, you've got a little bit of volume, probably have one person on your team that's actually doing this with you, and you're starting to have some fun. Then we get into the middle ranks of Managing Consultant levels 1, 2, and 3, which, what would an extra $1,700 a month be for you, or an extra $3,000? Sky's the limit in this industry. People grossly overestimate what can happen in a year and grossly underestimate what can happen in 3 to 5 years. I am an Executive Consultant 3, and if anybody would have told me that this would be what was happening 13 years ago, I would not have believed you. Here's some of the people on my team, including myself. In 5 years, I was able to hit the first level of executive leadership, having no network marketing experience at all. But I really saw what this was, and you serve people, and you get to know people, and you connect with people, and how can you help people, and you ask a lot of questions. This isn't about selling people. This is about serving people, and it takes time. It takes time to build relationships. Sharon LaBraca on my team is a Managing Consultant 1. This month, she'll probably qualify for that Growth Summit and be flown out to Utah. Jolene is in Canada on my team, and she's just such a beautiful person, and she's a mom of 2, and she's just fit this in the nooks and crannies of her life as well. So we do have a few different ways you can come into this business. 90% of LifeVantage is customer based. We are a customer driven opportunity company, which I love because people stay on our products. So consultants get 20% off retail and they're going to share. Customers get 10% off the retail price, so you can see the difference in the middle. And we have stacks for customers. Those stacks, you save a lot of money when you buy products together. So that Healthy Glow stack with the collagen and the Protandim is a definite savings. If you see the business, we have different packets, different packs that you can come in on, ranging from $225 to $999. We say get in where you fit in. The $999 is the smartest for those that are entrepreneurial that say, yes, this is a business. For $999, I'm going to help myself and others build legacy income. And that's what you can do in LifeVantage. And you will also get on the business pack. We have two different versions of the business pack. 3 months of the GLP-1. I didn't even mention that yet, but it's a brand new. Came out in October. We sold out in 2 weeks and crashed our internet as well. But it is a plant-based natural GLP-1 system that is beautiful for weight management. Some with weight loss, but also it's a metabolic enhancement product. So it's actually rebooting that hormone to make your entire metabolism work better. But the business pack is so good because you get 2 free tickets to our conventions and you have a year to use those up. And you get to try most all of our products. And if you're going to do the business, you want to be a product of the product. So here's the other packs that you can look at and just get back to that person that invited you. I like to end with this because Erin Brockovich served on our board of directors for 5 years, and she is such a cheerleader for LifeVantage. We know who she is, right? She is a definite health advocate out there for the little people of the world. She's a big voice. And she says, if you follow your heart, you listen to your gut, and you extend your hand to help another, not for any agenda, but for the sake of humanity, you are going to find the truth. And I really do feel like I have found that with LifeVantage. It has been just such a beautiful journey. And I can't even imagine not being a part of it. This came at a time in my life that couldn't have come at a better time. My mom had just passed away. And I wasn't really working. So I teach yoga today, breath work, meditation, and all things LifeVantage. And I will always do that. This business has allowed my husband to make the choice to retire 5 years early from what he would have been doing still today. And it also has given us choices in ways that I could never have possibly imagined. And my passion is to help others have that same quality of life. So thank you so much for joining us, you all. Please get back to the person that invited you and let them know, I want more information, I have questions, and we'll answer them. So have a great evening, everyone.